All right. Well, now we're gonna go live with pick 5. Here's you know, if we're doing the 5-on-5 on week 15, this would be a winner if the game was doing something. I'm gonna go with the Spartan Crushers. Crushers, meh. I mean, like the bake. I know my kid's gonna like the bake. Probably has you ranked much higher than I do. Kyron Williams is a solid keeper. Not sure what you're getting out of Walker. Drake London was a good pickup for 12. Could be a top receiver. Kittle for 10 I liked, with Bowers being kept, and I think there was another tight end kept. There wasn't really much at the top of the tight end list. DJ Moore, crapshoot, bench, man. You know, I don't know. I just don't know. But again, I'm gonna have I have the Eagles right here. I have the Eagles, the Crushers at 5. Cinco de Crushers.
And this is where I'm going to put, not them. This is where I'm going to put the T's for me.
Oh.
Big T's fan. I had him next to me during the draft. Helped me out a lot with spelling rookies' names. But
also, thank you to Jazzy. If you're seeing this, Jazzy,
shit, yep,
tremendous help
oh,
draft
God.
night. Yeah,
oh, God. Better than Hunter.
You know, I'm not sure where he got his compassion from. Not his mother, but you know.
Agreed. I like Joe Burrow. I like Genty. I think Genty's gonna have a promising year. Except for those preseason games, they didn't look too good. I think he had 3 attempts for negative something yards in his first appearance.
Yeah.
T. Higgins. I'm a T. Higgins guy. DK Metcalf, one of my favorites in the league. Brock Bowers. That last year, before the year even started, I said Brock Bowers best pick in the draft. I think he's phenomenal. Lad McConkey again, but just I feel like no big scores here. I just don't think.
Yeah.
I think you have Joe Burrow, but that's about your biggest man. I feel like there's a lot of small guys, like. If it comes down to your opponents playing poorly, then you're going to win just because of consistency.
Good defense.
I like exactly.
Defense, Belichick.
I like consistency.
Boring.
I like
boring. That's what I would call that.
I like Tank.
Boring.
I like Tank. I think Caleb Williams is going to have a great year this year.
He's a backup. You know what? I'm going to give that team a 4. But I have him ranked at
I'm a tease guy. I feel like that's a dark horse team for me. That's one of my dark horses.
All right, they're known to be in it at the end, so we shall see. So we're up to team 4. I cannot even imagine how this happened. I could only imagine how good he would be if he were allowed to draft C.D. Lamb and who else? Who should we say? C.D. Lamb and who else was he trying to draft in the waiver picks in the final 2? C.D. Lamb still available? Yes, Gus. We're in a supplemental draft. So team number 4. I don't know how you're in the 4 spot. I got the bad pitches. I do have the bad pitches in the 4 spot. I'm a Lamar guy from last year. 16 for him. Running backs, A-Chain always hurt. Bijan's a good one. Not sure if you tried to redraft him in the waiver picks also. Cortland Sutton, crapshoot. Evans is going to have a good year. Goldert's okay.
Always does.
But I think 4 is a good spot for the bat pitch. You know, took the dress up. Took the dress up well. What else? But took the dress up well. All right, on to you.
This is where I'm going to be putting the Spartan Crushers. I like Todd's draft. I feel like the way he was drafting was great. Baker Mayfield's my favorite quarterback in the league. I gotta respect for him. Drake London underrated. Kyron Williams, Kenneth Walker, good picks. I like Jackson Smith. George Kittle, again, phenomenal pick. But I feel like this is a team that has good leaders, good consistency, and good high scores. CJ Stroud, I love the bench for this team. I feel like Calvin Ridley, CJ Stroud, Brandon Allen, Pacheco. I feel like it's all good. Everything's good here. Rondé Stevenson, 10. No, that's points. He got him for 1. So no, I'm a Crushers guy. I do like him here.
Really?
I think 4 is a good spot for him.
All right. So I'm on to number 3. No cheating. You're the questions in high school looking at my paper. Here it is again. Team 3. The Eagly Eagles. Had a pretty good draft. Probably the highest I've ever ranked them. Mahomes is fairly consistent still. Bucky Irving is good. Swift is good. You got Devontae Adams. Not sure what getting out of that. Back with the Rams. Neighbors is a good keeper. Shitty quarterback. 10 for Kelsey. You know, looking at this team again. I mean, I don't mind Tyreek, but 20 to score 4 points total after Tua gets hurt. I could theoretically, no offense to Team Eagle, looking at them again, I could probably drop them a couple of spots, but here we are. Trace, Eagles, Trace.
You know, I'm gonna hate to say this one at my number 3 spot. I am going to have Grab Dog Football.
What?
I think Jalen Hurts for 15 is an awful pick. I thought that was way overpaying. I think Justin Herbert could. So I was saying Justin Herbert should have started over him this week. Only get him for $1. I think that's one of my favorite picks in the whole draft. I think Alvin Kamara for 13 was not a good pick. I like Kamara this year, but I think he's too much.
Team Grab this year for Kamara.
Terry McLaurin is a good take. Njoku is a good player. Waddle. I just feel like, again, they have strong. I think Hurts or Herbert, great scorers, along with Henry, obviously. But I feel like besides that, there's a lot of inconsistency in there.
See, to me, that team, and I'm not biased in the least. It was like pure poetry watching them draft. It was like pure poetry.
Yeah, team him? Team me, sorry. Yeah, team me.
It was like poetry. One fantastic pick after the next. Oh, I'm
cutting this out.
No, you're not.
No,
you're not doing this.
Yes,
Nope,
I am.
no, you're not.
Cutting
You're not
this
doing this. All right, so where are we? We're at
2.
Team 2.
Top 2. Oh, God.
Up. Lo and behold, what do we got? We got, for me, again, being the humble commish that I am, I've got the G-Dogs. Dose. I'm not sure if this was said earlier. It was like watching or feeling poetry in motion. It must have been like, I don't know, Pacino, De Niro, like when they're in The Godfather, just feeling that they're doing something beautiful and that great things are going to come from it. I mean, seriously. Devontae Smith for $5. McLaurin 11.
Didn't Devontae Smith,
Henry 28 even.
Didn't Smith score 2 points?
Bryce Hall for 7. Steal. Backing up Scatterbo with to Tracy again. You know, maybe whoever drafted McCaffrey, you might want to put in a picture right here, edit a picture in, would have picked up on that, getting the backup thing for a running back, but maybe next year. All right, there we go. Those.
At my number 2 spot, I'm going to put a team that I didn't like listening to during the draft. It was quite miserable watching him draft, but in the outcome, I feel like it was really good. I'm going to go Mike Barry with the bad bitches.
Wow.
I like Lamar Jackson. I like Bijan Robinson. Mike Evans is phenomenal. He always puts up a consistent year.
How did he do it?
Colton Sutton, Goddard, Chuba Hubbard. Ravens D is solid. Again, with the bench, Brock Purdy, Eckler, Judy, Kirk. I feel like Cup. I feel like all these players that he didn't want because he named players that were already drafted. He was just thinking. I feel like the strategy of just naming the first football player that comes to mind after naming a player that was already drafted really worked here.
Right, and having other people say, "Hey, how about this guy?"
I feel like
because you picked 4 or 5 guys already. Everybody's on teams. Why don't you try drafting somebody like this?
I feel like giving him that warning that he was picking in 3 turns gave him the time to kind of think of good players to draft. So I have the Bat Bitches at 2. I really like them.
So, lo and behold, this would be the same team in the number 1 spot, I believe. I don't think you sent these guys. So here we go. I don't understand it. Again, it's We're going with the Stars. Stars. Yep. Renamed me 2 years ago. Wasn't very good last year. This year, I'm not going to call them the Super Bowl winner, but I ain't going to put them in the one spot. Not happy. I wouldn't want to start Jordan Love, but he's serviceable. You got Barkley, Chase Brown, Justin Jefferson, St. Brown. I like the Tyler Warren pick. Not sure why he's not a manatee since he's a rookie. $3 seems pretty good. Looking now, starting Dobbins might not be the best. Could probably use a little help on the bench. Sitting there with, not sure if this has been mentioned also, sitting there with Brian Robinson Jr. for $1. Happens to be the best and most injury-prone running back in the league. McCaffrey's back up. Not sure how he slid to the Stars, but he'll be able to start him 6 weeks this year, if not more. Did a very good job with the draft. Congrats to the Stars, Sizzle and Padre. I got you in the one spot.
The Stars is not. Sizzle is not.
I'm sorry. Joe Shoes. You know why? Because if Sizzle was on the Stars, they wouldn't be in the one spot. So
agreed. Agreed.
So my apologies to Joe Souza. Engaged, and it just seems like the marital bliss is not affecting his ability to draft. Did a fine job this year. Congrats to the Stars at the one spot, but there's only one way to go from here.
I also have the Stars at number one spot. I feel like something that can be seen here on their team is that their whole entire bench, every single one of their bench players, they were able to get for $1, and it's a solid bench. Robinson, Mixon, McCarthy, Jacoby Myers, these are all good bench players, but every single one of them costed only $1. Along with Cam Little and the Lions defense were only $1. They were able to put their money into good, solid players that are going to score high.
Heavy on studs.
I feel like agreed, and I feel like when one of their first pickups being Saquon for 31, I was kind of scared for the rest of their draft just because that's a lot for a player that could have been one and done with the Eagles. But seeing them the other night, he did great. I feel like Chase Brown's a good pickup. Jordan Love could have a great year.
Chase Brown was a keeper.
Yeah, it was a great pickup.
But when you have a good running back, cheap, you build around him.
I feel like Amon-Ra was phenomenal. I love that pick. Amon-Ra and Justin Jefferson is easily the most lethal wide receiver duo to have for fantasy. All you need is Chase, but he was kept as a keeper. But I just feel like this is just a phenomenal team. The Lions D is
good at home.
They're
very good home defense.
I really like this team. I feel like there's not a lot of overlap with the bye weeks or anything like that. Like this can be a consistently good team, and I feel like this is the easiest one to go all the way.
I agree. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna switch this thing around. You can probably edit this out.
Yeah, I am.
But for moving forward, we're going to. You can definitely edit this out since I can't find the sleeve. It's right there. It's good stuff. All right, we're editing this out. Are you showing your tricep?
Yeah.
Who are you trying to intimidate?
Anyway.
All right. So here we are.
Johnny.
We're going to respect the commish. Going to respect the league. Good luck to everybody. 2 Grevsteins having the Stars at number 1 cannot be a good thing. But you never know. Good luck to everybody. Out.
That was fucking funny. That was fucking great. Holy shit.